The Greek philosopher Plato once said, "Necessity is the mother of invention," and throughout the 4-year span of the United States Civil War, there were large amounts of needs, which called for many new inventions and advancing technologies. Most of these advancing technologies and new inventions had to do with the battlefield, and were created to try and help their sides' armies gain an upper hand in the war that was taking place at the time. After this war, warfare would never be the same throughout the entire world. Guns were an item that advanced in technology greatly during the Civil War. The repeating rifle, such as the Spencer carbine, was a new gun that was introduced during the Civil War. This repeating rifle could shoot 7 shots in 30 seconds, which was a huge step up from muzzleloaders, which could not shoot nearly as fast. A quote from one of the Union men during the Civil War states, "I think the Johnnies are getting rattled. They are afraid of our repeating rifles." Telegraphs were an advancing technology that were used during the Civil War to help with communication. The Civil War was the first conflict to see the telegraph used for military purposes, and it was a huge help because it helped spread important news quicker. The ironclad warship was not invented during the Civil War, but the Civil War was the first time ironclads saw widespread effective use. At the outbreak of the Civil War, the U.S. Navy did not have any ironclad warships, but most of the U.S. Navy remained loyal to the Union. To overcome this disadvantage, the Confederacy decided to pursue the construction and purchase of ironclads as a way to gain some sort of naval advantage. The success of ironclads during the American Civil War showed that the age of wooden battleships had passed. The CSS Hunley was the first submarine to successfully destroy an enemy ship, and it was invented during the Civil War. It was built to try and counterattack the use of ironclads to blockade the Confederates' ports. Lastly, the use of hot air balloons, an up-and-coming technological advancement, became big during the Civil War. They were used to help survey the battlefield. And one of these balloons is where our story begins.
Isn't it amazing that I can see all the battlefield movements from up here? I can even transmit information faster through the telegraph. When the French Aerobatic Corps first used the balloon at the Battle of Fleurus in 1794, they sure were up to something. If only they had thought up a nifty system to inflate them. Our use of mixing sulfuric acid and iron filings allows us to launch our balloons from everywhere. We can even launch them from boats.
Yes, but what are they doing on the battlefield?
Well, that's hard to see. They're starting to use camouflage in order to make our job more difficult.
Well, at least we have these telegraphs to quickly transmit information.
Man, I am glad for Samuel Morse and his invention of the telegraph. Or getting information around would be unbearably slow.
Well, they would be more useful if the receivers weren't always sending off personal messages.
Oh, I can see one of our guys using the new repeating rifle. Those things are lethal.
Yeah, I've heard they can shoot 7 shots in 30 seconds. They are lever action and have a magazine.
It's probably the Spencer carbine. It was created by Christopher Spencer only a few years ago. Those guns are so much better than muzzleloaders. One person with a repeating rifle is like 10 people with muzzleloaders. Oh, there's another gun. It's shooting even more bullets.
That's probably the Gatling gun. Those can shoot up to 200 bullets per minute. They have like 6 barrels with their own firing mechanism. Yeah, I couldn't believe being Richard Gatling and having my invention be such a deadly weapon.
That's true, but I heard he made the weapon to make war less horrible and violent, so people would want to go to war less. So his motives are good.
I'm telegraphing our general about everything we've seen up here.
I can see some Johnnies down there, and they're shooting at us, but I don't think they'll hit us. We're miles away.
Definitely not. Oh darn, there's a hole in our balloon.
Oh no!
Hey, are you good, man? Get up. Are you good? Hey, there's a beach over there. Come on. Let's go check it out. Wow, look. I see an ironclad there. I've heard those things have some real firepower. I doubt we'll ever be seeing a battle with wooden ships ever again.
Yeah, the Battle of Hampton Roads was crazy. The USS Monitor and the CSS Virginia went after each other for hours. Eventually, the CSS Virginia started trying to ram into the USS Monitor. I heard that the people in the ships had to endure sweltering heat, and all of them had gone deaf from the noise of being hit. That battle sure made the Johnnies optimistic that the Union blockade could be broken. They were wrong. Before the Monitor was created, though, we didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, those things aren't invincible, though. I've heard that the USS Cairo got destroyed by a naval mine in the Yazoo River.
Wow, that's crazy.
I also heard one was destroyed by a submarine attack. The submarine was a Confederate one called the Hunley, and it sank the USS Housatonic off the coast of Charleston. That's the first time a submarine has ever sunk in an actual enemy boat. It was crazy that the submarine was only manned by 8 people, hand cranking the propeller. Technology sure is advancing a lot these days.
Man, this beach is pretty nice, but how are we going to get rescued?
I figure if we keep walking this way long enough, we'll find something.
Wait, is that ironclad turning its turret?
Oh. No! 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 I won't leave you behind! No! No!